Apologies don't happen because they reveal our flaws. Check it out. Most of the time, what we battle with when we have to apologize is, one, acknowledging that we're flawed in some way and having to show other people that we recognize that we're flawed. Why is that so hard? That's because we innately recognize that we're created in the image of a perfect being, i.e. God, right? But because we were born the way we were born, Scripture says we were born into sin and shaped in iniquity. This means we were born imperfect, although we were created perfectly. This is the schism. This is where the rub really happens at. Because we were created with a perfect image in mind, but we were born with some malfunctions, some dysfunctions. When it comes time to take responsibility, to accept accountability, to apologize, to rectify a situation, we struggle with it because we have to admit that we are lesser than. We're experiencing a lesser version of who we were meant to be. And that is hard. That is a hard truth to have to deal with. And that's why a lot of times as men, especially men, we struggle with saying, you're right, I was wrong. I'm sorry for what I did. Can you forgive me for how I acted? Will you help me do better the next time? These things are hard to say a lot of times as men because we have to admit, not only to ourselves, but to the people we care about, that we're not perfect, that we're not living up to the example that we were created after. Now, how do we fix this? Fix it one step at a time. You start by admitting to yourself, hey, I gotta be honest, I know I was wrong. Okay. Then you admit to God, God, I know I was wrong. I need help. I need strength in accepting this. And then you just be honest with the people who you've wronged. Hey, this is hard for me. And so I'm asking that you be patient with me in this process. I recognize I messed up. How can you help me do better? It sounds easier than it really is because it's hard. It's a really hard thing, right? I know just talking about it seems simple, but fellas, I want to encourage you to take the steps in safe spaces, right? You got to do this with people who you trust, with people who you believe really care about you and are going to help you heal. By doing this, before you know it, you'll be a more accountable man. And the more accountable and responsible we are, the more people trust us. And the more people trust us, the further we can lead them. Hope that helps. Love.